Welcome to the Phoenix Business Exchange, and we are now in the space of, hey, it's the 16th of March. And if you're a St. Patty's fan, well, then you know how far and long to wait. That's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Shamrocks and limericks and leprechauns be coming to you in a good way. That's kind of my quick chat about that. Let's swing over to the Phoenix website. So if you're looking from the outside in, come on in. You're more than welcome. You got a business running, you're looking to start a business, we share. And it's a community. So it's a growth community to help you grow your business in this Ottawa market. Member of the week. If you're seeing that right on my screen right now, that's Penny Lee Prevost. She does a couple of different things. First off, if you're looking to get married, and that's kind of, that's your fancy, she officiates weddings, but she's more known for her NEO classes. And you want to find out more about Penny Lee and the different cool things she can offer, click on her e-card or play the video, or click on her e-card and get a hold of her. Now you know today's Monday, and if you didn't, well, today's Monday. So welcome to Monday. Click here, and you can come on into this Phoenix event. It's on Zoom. We also meet Wednesday mornings, Thursday mornings, and Thursday afternoons. All 8 to 9 Eastern Standard to save the Thursday afternoon, which is between 1 and 2. March 24th, we're having a 7 p.m. In the evening event, and that's the after hours group, and it's to keep us on track and on target. Actually, Penny Lee hosts that event. Upcoming member events, click there, and you'll find out what's going on in the Phoenix network. And for other folks, Canada Growth meets today at 1 p.m. Eastern, free to attend. Come on in. East Trade Winds, that's tomorrow on Tuesday, is also free to attend, and that is from 8 to 9 Eastern. This week, and this week only, not only this week, but for the month of March, we're meeting in person at Hive, March 18th. So it'll be available on Zoom as well as in person. 1745 Courtwood, great place just off of Maitland, one block in, and they do have breakfast that you can acquire there. South End Group is doing the same thing, but on March 26th at the River Lounge. And again, Zoom and or in person. Come on in. You want to know something? You want to apply to be a guest here or apply to be a member? Hit the button here. You want to know more about any of the folks that are talking today? There's the QR directory there. QR directory has something kind of really interesting. It's an e-card that helps people reach you. So it's a business card, but it's much more than a business card. It has a multifaceted way of letting people connect with you, whether by phone, email, you can play a video, etc. That's been used 151 times year to date. Business conduct just between members has been almost $5 million worth of business. And year to date is 14,000, getting closer to $15,000 of business done between members. And I'm going to stop the share. And you know what? I'm almost going to look at the leprechaun there with the green hat as I finish reading one screen and going, hey, but wait. And he probably has some words of wisdom he wants to share with the world about how to brake with your car and as in use the brakes or with your snow tires. Sam, if you got a few minutes or a minute, can you share?
Sure. What would you like to know?
When should I get my tires changed? 16
Oh,
degrees later today, and then
Not
tomorrow
actually,
we're
not
back down.
today.
you stole that from me. Actually, I was going to use that for my intro today. I actually had two people already contact me last week when temperature got warm about changing their tires, and I warned them not to. And sure enough, what do you got? 4 inches of snow there on was it Saturday or whatever? Exactly that. Do not change your snow tires if you're in the Ottawa area for at least the end of this month. I do not recommend it, and even if you can drive it further into April, I would highly recommend it because things can happen, and you can end up with your summer tires on when it's a snowstorm in early April. You're best off leaving them on at least I would say mid-April, but end of March at least. That's back to you, Bernie.
Sam, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So we're live on LinkedIn, and that is the connection. So you can put content on that in that particular space. We're going to do a round robin of, hey, what's been going on? What BAM's referrals? And BAM, by the way, is a business activity meeting. It's a meeting between members, which helps usually tickles the referral rate a little bit more. And that's why we have those. And so we're going to swing around the room and we will talk to different folks. Carolee's presenting today, so she's going to be swinging in to finish us off. But in the meantime, I'm going to start off with Josh, and then we'll go to Kat. Josh, over to you, sir.
Thanks, Bernie. Morning, folks. I'm Josh Lamb. Sterling Grace Technologies is my company. We're your one-stop shop for your IT needs in Eastern Ontario. Half of what we do is managed services supporting your workstations. If you tried turning it off and on yet, fixing those email issues, fixing web issues, and DNS issues, and all that kind of stuff, all the way up to disaster recovery, server support, hardware sales and setup, and all that good stuff. And then the other half of what we do is software development, and it starts with web development. And so we build websites, we build e-commerce sites, we build integration so that your website can talk to your CRM internally. If you don't have a CRM internally and you want one, we can build that too. And then we can build your processes into automation workflows so that you have to do the minimal amount possible, just entering a few pieces of data, and then it can run through the process of whatever the logic of your delivery in your office is, which lets you scale and can let you grow and have more customers for less hands in the office, or the same number of hands and way more customers. And so if you're interested in getting your technology to make you some money and to stop being in your way, then we're the ones that help make your technology invisible so you can do what you do best without worrying and stressing about your hardware failing out and falling out from under you. So give me a call if you want to find out how to make that happen. Josh Lamb, Sterling Grace Tech. Thanks.
Hey, BAMs or referrals, Josh?
Not this week. It's been a busy month with some crazy projects. So I'm a little snowed under right now, which is kind of inappropriate given the there's no snow left on my yard out here. So
Welcome to year end of the fiscal for government agencies. Kat, over to you. I understand you have a presentation you want to share on behalf of Kelly Harrigan.
I do. So just give me 2 seconds. Let me know if this works. Bernie, can you see?
Starting. Oh, she is there. Hit the play button.
So far, so good.
So hi, everyone. My name is Kelly Harrigan. I'm a local real estate agent. I service the as well as Toronto area. I do a little bit differently than most agents. My focus usually tends to be more about empowering my clients. I'm very data driven. I do all of the research and all of the information, all of the market predictions for you. But my focus is really to help my client base make very clear, well-positioned decisions in moments that are very overwhelming sometimes for them, and often emotional and often confusing. So I just help bring clarity. I'm like the air conditioning whenever things are too hot. Just bring it all down, bring some clarity, and bring some smoothness to the situation. That includes buying, that includes selling, that includes investing. I'm very detail driven and risk aware. I understand. I've been in your shoes. I've been through breakups and had to move. I've been through life upheavals. I've had to sell my place as a single person. I've had to buy a place. I've been through it. I get it. I've walked the walk, so I understand you. I have a few listings that are pretty interesting right now. If you're interested, I've got a beautiful historic condo available in the Glebe, 268 First Avenue, number 1B. This is in a literal historic building. And these units come up very, very rarely. So it's perfect for someone who wants to be in the area. It was brought to my attention that a lot of people will buy a condo in Ontario so that they can continue to work and benefit from some of the healthcare purposes. So that's a whole consideration that I'd like to highlight. I have a lease in Brampton, Ontario, and I have a investment property legal duplex already income generating. It's just plug and play if you want to make some money in Niagara Falls. So reach out to me. Let me know what you're trying to achieve. I've got a lot of reach, a lot of coverage, and a lot of experience. I should be able to help you, and if not, I'll find someone who can. That's it.
Okay.
Kat,
Thank you, Brian.
thank you. No problem, Kat. Thank you very much. And just as a quick side note, if you have some promotional material you want to share inside the Phoenix space, let Kat know. She handles the the feeds in LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook, I should say. And she is the contact person. She'll thread things through. Eric, if you're available, I'm going to swing over to you and go ahead, Eric.
Survived the visit of my 2.5-year-old grandchild. She she turned everything off, and I wasn't aware she was here. Anyways, Eric Sonego of Cote and Associates Professional Corporation. We're accountants and management consultants. The national firm does a lot more than I mentioned here, but it's too many things to talk about at once. We're located in Canada, and we specialize in taxes that are challenging for individuals who find their taxes complicated and need professional advice to complete them. We also have the March 31st, December 31st year-end debacle here, where the companies that have a December 31st year-end in 2025 have to report by March 2026. So we are working long hours and we're working weekends to make sure that those lately clients don't become as lately. We can be reached at 254-7310. And this week I had the pleasure to visit Sam, so he could find a very affordable fix to a very noisy problem. Have a great week.
Hey. Oh, Sam, that's awesome. You fix squeaky noises. I love it. And the next prompt here that's coming out is what's happening at the Canada Growth Network. And that is a power series is Zoltan or Zolti Larantifi. He's out of the GTA area and Brand Relate. So you're welcome to come on into that space. I'm going to swing over to Shane if Shane is available.
There he is.
Hey.
My iPod, because you won't be able to hear me because it's old. Hold on a second.
You say you're old?
Yeah, I'm old too. So, but that's all good. So, I'm Shane Bales, Production Health and Performance. I'm here to help with all your aches and pains and concussion needs and just information overall. Lately, we just got a thing called Next Level, and it's next, like neck level, and it's really good for neck strengthening. I know I've talked about isometrics before, where you're kind of pushing on the head or from the side or using a ball against a wall in good posture, which is really great for neck things. And I actually just saw a lady who worked out quite regularly, and she was in a car accident, a head-on car accident, and almost died, but she did very well. Her husband was there driving, and he's in so much more problems than she is. Not the only reason that she's at, but she's strong. And when you're strong and you're in car accidents or you have slips and falls or anything like that that's traumatic, your body reacts quickly with a reaction. But if you don't have the strength to hold that reaction, you'll have a lot more problems. So your head will move a little bit more. Your absorption of the muscles to, absorb the forces that go into the body isn't as much. So you break bones, you dislocate joints, those types of things. So that's a testament to being strong is a really important thing. So she's been an incredible, and it's been a few weeks. So it's not like she's still in that, shock and the body's not acknowledging pain right at this point. Anyways, so we got this Next Level, which is basically a slide board that goes back and forth with resistant bands. So you can actually turn your head. Now, you usually do it lying down. So you'll turn your head on the side. It's got a grippy headband so that it grips on that sliding. And you can change the resistance, and it's done laying down, which means it's non-weight bearing, which usually means that people have a better range of motion when they're laying down because the joints are more aligned. And when you're standing up, there's a lot more compression from the neck, which doesn't allow you to turn as much. So it can be a little bit more difficult. And so this thing's a real game changer for us and for our patients, because you can actually order them online. And, it's something that you can do every morning, real easy, and it gets that neck kind of going. And we all need to be able to turn and look at our blind spots and different things from our just a biomechanical perspective. So if you have a better neck range of motion, you have less tension in your mid back, low back, and pelvis area. So get that neck going, and it does help with the brain too, because if you ever put your hand behind your head and you move your eyes back and forth, you can feel the neck muscles, how they're interconnected with your eyes. So healthy eyes, healthy neck makes healthy others, right? So our eyes connect with our neck connects with our eyes. So both need to be healthy to do everything best as they can. I hope that helps you keep that neck strong. If you want more information on the next level, we can get one for you at home too, or you can come in and see mine and I can show you how it works. Anyway, I'm Shane Bales, Pro Action Health and Performance. Hurts so good, we see results. So should you. Bye for now, guys. Take care.
Shane, thank you so much. And then just the next reminder is about this Wednesday at Bistro or at Hive, and at Bistro is the we get the food. Yeah, that's it. Sam, tell us a story.
Thank you, Bernie. Top of the morning, everyone. Sam O'Sturris here too. This is my Irish accent, which is terrible. Anyway, St. Patty's Day's tomorrow, exactly. That's why I went and grabbed my little green hat. Thank you, Bernie. Dash cameras is what I do, but I also do minor repairs on cars, oil changes, and brake jobs. And this week I want to talk about something called a continuous variable transmission. These are common transmissions in cars today. Many cars have them, but some don't. What is different about them is that they do require maintenance. If you have one in your vehicle, if you don't know, find out, because these things need their transmission fluid changed. And there's a good reason why, is because many of them break down, unfortunately. And it's best to find out early if there's an issue with it. And having the fluid changed in them will help you find out if there's going to be a risk of beginning a problem with them. There'll be metallic pieces in them, and what happens is they eventually break, and you don't want them breaking when you're traveling on the highway somewhere and may leave you stranded. So I would find out if you don't know, give me a text or something like that. I can certainly find out for you, but it should be in the manual of your car or in some information that you have on your vehicle. Let's see here, BAMS wise. Yes, let's see. Terry Fraser, I helped him last week with the fob in his vehicle. The key fob was defective, and I showed him how to actually start his car without the battery working in his key fob in his vehicle. Again, Terry Fraser's a former member of Phoenix. And Eric mentioned there that he came by, he had a noise in his vehicle. He thought he had hit something, but Eric, don't worry, you didn't hit anything. Unfortunately, these things collapse in cars. It's common, believe it or not, in Toyota Corollas like yours. And they eventually rust out the top of them that hold them on the car, and they fall down onto the exhaust pipe, and they make a lot of noise, just like you heard. And I've fixed many of them, and yours was just one that got away on you, and it's back up, and it's going to work fine for a long, long time, Eric. You don't have to worry. But there is other ones in your vehicle that might collapse. I checked when I had it in the air, and they're okay right now, but they could down the road. That's it for me, Sam Sturz, ConnectedCars.ca. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of a new vehicle, and a lot more.
Sam, thank you so much. And next quick prompt. Kat did it today for Kelly, but if you need a contact and Kat's not available, you can also reach out to Mike Wazowski. He is available to speak on your behalf if you can't make a session. Tony, what are you up to, sir?
Well, hi, Bernie. Thank you very much. And hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of the group. You want to come in for a reading, get an idea where your business is going, find different ways to invest. I had one in particular that saw last week, and they just had came back from a conference, and they were going to invest a lot of money in their business based on what the conference showed that their business can do. and luckily that his wife came in, and then while he was here at the door, he wasn't going to say anything, and he said on their way out, he's saying that I'm thinking of doing this one investment for it, and immediately I got a no. I says, tell me more about this, and so he just went into a little bit of detail, and after about really 20 seconds of it, I'm just getting, okay, not at this time. He says, really? He says, it sounded so good. I know, but there's something they're not telling you. I don't know what it is. So that could be something that is an investment thing, or there's more cost to it, but there's something they're not telling you. So knowing that, what would you do? So he did a little bit of digging, and he found out that the payout was going to be longer than he expected. And if you still want to invest knowing that, then that's fine. But at least everything is on the table. There's no surprises, right? So if that kind of thing is doing great when you're in the business. But also personally, I had a teacher. She's actually a teacher assistant at the moment, and she's really wanting to be a full-time teacher. So there's been all kinds of obstacles and blocks for her along the way. So she came in for a reading to find out, how can I be a teacher? And Spirit gave her like 3 other options that she never saw coming. One was looking at the Quebec system. Their teaching requirements are different. She is bilingual. And then once you're a teacher, then you could transfer that over to Ontario after. And she never thought that was a thing. So, these kind of things are really good in your profession or in your personal life when you're dealing with something that isn't the truth. It's mostly hearsay, or it's mostly something that you think or perceive is going on. Then come on in for a reading. And then shortly after that, we could give you a tuning session so you feel better about the idea and you could move forward. All right. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. We are here to raise your spirits. A couple of my wife, Shane, by the way, my wife came back after seeing you, and she says on the day it was a little sore, but the day and the 2 days after, it got a lot better. Her knees got a lot better. So thanks a lot, Shane, for bringing my wife back and all that. She's really happy there. Also did a BAM with Kelly, ongoing business with Josh, with his monthly programs. Penny Lee had a BAM with her, and had a BAM with Sandy Bonneau. She's our pet whisperer, where she can massage dogs and get them to a very high health level. So she's also done my dog, and just found incredible things, hips not aligned and things like that. So that was my week. All right, back to you, Bernie.
Tony, thank you so much. And myself, Bernie, I do connections between people, business connections, soft introductions. Part of that process is the Knack for Business podcast, East Trade Winds, and Canada Growth Network. They're different. Each space has its own unique properties, but it can help get your message out there and get you a market exposure you may not have had before. So reach out to me if we haven't done a podcast, and we certainly can. What else to say? Well, you know what? I think Carol Lee's got a message to deliver, and I'm just going to line up. So Carol Lee, you got to tell me if you want me to play the video before, after, or when. Tell me when, and
Thanks so much. I'm just going to give a little bit of a preamble before you do play the video. So what Bernie is referencing is I shared a video that we took, a time-lapse video of an event that we had back in February. So you probably will recall over the last year, since I've been a part of your group, I've shared some of the other programs that we are involved with at the Canada Food Cupboard. And one of the events that I've been speaking to is our pop-up thrift events. So we have these events quarterly, and this is where we have kind of like a second-hand event where we give out clothing, appliances, furniture, you name it. It's things that we are able to share with the families and the individuals that we serve through the Canada Food Cupboard. One of our volunteers did this time-lapse video, and it was amazing just to show the work that goes into the setup before the actual event opens. So this took place back in February the 23rd, and it's just a very short video. I'm not the greatest with sharing things through Zoom, so I thought I'm going to send this to Bernie and get him to share with you all. There's no sound, it's just video, but it's a cute little thing to look at, and it'll just show you all the work that goes into setting these events up. So over to you, Bernie, please share.
Oh, Carolee, not a problem. I don't know if I'm always that gifted, but let's see what we can spin up here. So you should be seeing something showing up now. And let's see if I can get it to play.
Oh.
It's like a fast-speed slideshow.
I was going to say,
So
Sam, somebody's
are
changing
these
the bricks.
people coming in? Coming
No,
in?
these
and
are all volunteers. So
Oh,
we
these are
have-
volunteers.
These are volunteers setting it up. So we start set up from 9 until 1. So it takes us 4 hours to get this event set up. So yeah. So that is just one event that we have on a regular basis. Again, we do these quarterly, and we have to do them pop up because we don't have the physical capacity to do these events in our physical location here at the Canada Food Cupboard. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share some slides just to have a few things to share in addition to that. So hopefully I am sharing my screen correctly. Can everybody see?
Loading. Your screens are up. It's
Perfect.
your PowerPoint is showing the slide deck to the left, so the different tabs.
Yes, perfect. I'm going to keep it like that because when I change it up, and I always mess it up. So if bear with me
All good.
for this
All
perspective.
good.
So with regards to what I want to start with, this is the first time I've done a presentation to the PBEX group this year. So I wanted to start with just kind of highlighting what the Canada Food Cupboard was up to last year in terms of our numbers. I know I've shared these with my little weekly sessions, but I thought it's great to look at a visual. So you can see in 2025 at the Canada Food Cupboard, all together for visits for individuals, we had close to 23,000 visits. So that's 1,300 adults and 9,600 children. Compare that to the year before, we were just over 20,000, 2023, 17,000, and so on. So you'll see the growth that we are experiencing here through our services that we provide at the Canada Food Cupboard. So these are looking at it from an individual perspective. However, if we look at it from families, because we often refer to folks that come in as the families that we help. So whether they're families with multiple people or they're individuals, just one person in that household, in terms of those numbers, we had 5,500 households or families in 2025. If you look what I've highlighted there in yellow, in the last 5 years, we've had 103% increase over the past 5 years. And I know in all of your businesses, that kind of increase is just outstanding, remarkable. However, in my type of work, and we're in the nonprofit world, especially with food banks or food cupboards or food pantries, these are not great numbers to have to share. We're seeing more and more and more individuals, families, households needing help with food and with other services. And so that's what I want to focus on for the next little while I'm just showing some more slides, are those other services. A lot of people don't realize that in our world, in our food bank world, we do more than just food. So our mission statement really encaptures all the work that we do. So we all know that the Canada Food Cupboard is a registered charity. However, what a lot of you probably don't know is that our primary mission is to offer the healthiest food choices and support. So that's the key word there, and support to those we serve by engaging and inspiring our volunteers, donors, partners, and community. So in terms of the PBEX community, we're so glad to be a part of this community and to be able to share, all of the great work that we do here at the Canada Food Cupboard. But I'm just going to focus for the next little bit on the support. I love this little saying, we say there's more than just food in our cupboard. A lot of people think when they think of a food cupboard, oh, all that we do is we're a food bank and that's it. Well, that's not the case. Over the last 40 years, the Canada Food Cupboard, we've continuously adapted to meet the changing needs in our community. Today, our work extends far beyond providing emergency food. We focus on supporting individuals and families in building greater stability, resilience, and long-term well-being. So we have a lot of partner agencies that we refer to, and we ensure that our families know of these services in our communities. These are long lists on slides, and please know I'm not going to go through all of these. We've got over 30 partners that we regularly refer to. I mean, some of these are probably well known in the Ottawa community. In the middle of the screen here, you'll see the Snowsuit Fund. So we refer our families to access services through the Snowsuit Fund. Here on the kind of the west end of the city, we've got our Western Ottawa Community Resource Center. So we refer regularly to all the amazing programs that the WOCRC does, ensuring that our families are aware of these. The list continues. Some that I'll highlight here, you'll see Open Table. A lot of people probably don't know about that program. So that exists here in Canada, and it's run by two local churches. They alternate back and forth. And it's a free meal on a Thursday evening. Often there's entertainment and it's open to the public. So again, we share the posters and flyers for that program with the families and individuals that we see here at the Canada Food Cupboard. Another example on the next slide, again, the list continues, is programs like the Fairy Godmother of Ottawa program. You probably have never heard of that one. So that one is run by a local church here in Canada, and it's a prom dress program. So they get gently used prom dresses from all over, and then they open that to the public for families that, might not be able to afford buying a new dress, and families can bring in their graduates, whether it's a high school prom or perhaps even a middle school prom, and get dresses and things like that for minimal cost. So there's so many great programs that exist here in our city, as well as, out here in the Canada area. And so we're really fortunate to be able to partner with all these programs and share these services with our families. Other programs that we partner with quite regularly is we also provide startup food hampers to individuals at Chrysalis House. So Chrysalis House is a local women's shelter that is here in Canada, and it's operated by the Western Ottawa Community Resource Center. So what we do is we provide a startup hamper to families as they transition out of the shelter into housing. So we give them enough non-perishable foods and things like that, cleaners, toiletry items, menstrual products if they need it. So we provide those items to those folks as they transition into housing. Last year, we helped about 35 families in that capacity. Another program that we partner with quite regularly is the John Howard Society. So we provide them non-perishables for their lunch program for adults that are taking courses through the John Howard Society. We also partner quite regularly with all of our neighboring food banks. So a lot of people have heard me say this over the past year. Canada, we're independent. So we're not part of the Ottawa Food Bank. The Ottawa Food Bank does amazing work. They partner with about 100 food banks throughout our city, but not all food banks fall under the Ottawa Food Bank umbrella. Canada doesn't, Barhaven doesn't, Stittsville doesn't, West Carleton doesn't. So we tend to partner with a lot of our neighbors, food banks that are close to us. And if we have an overstock or they have overstock, we share back and forth. We also provide overstock to some facilities, some housing facilities like Fairfield Manor and Hope Living. These are all part of our community food share program. So again, it's all about neighbors helping neighbors and having these amazing connections in our community. I wanted to highlight another program that we partner with quite regularly. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this program. It's called Shauna's Outreach. So this program is run by a lady, Shauna Thibodeau, and Shauna runs this program all on her own. She has no staff. She does this as a volunteer. And she's been doing this program since 2009. So what she does is she creates little bags, and I shouldn't call them little because there are various sizes, but she creates bags for the vulnerable population in Ottawa. You can see here a picture of her actual trunk full of bags. And these outreach bags, she often has gift cards in them. In some cases, you know, it's not just food. It could be things like socks or tents or tarps, hand warmers. In some cases, she might even have cigarettes, anything that people on the vulnerable population that she serves needs. And I've pulled this quote directly from Shauna's social media. So she has a Facebook page. And Shauna goes on to say, every time I see street outreach bags, I not only keep track of how many bags I assemble, I also keep track of the approximate value of the bags. I judge the value by what it would cost the recipient to purchase each item in the bag they receive. Even though there are certain items that are a must in each bag, I run on, I give what I get. So items and values vary. Sometimes bags have more than one pair of socks. Sometimes the bags has 4 different sources of protein. Some chocolates are more expensive. Winter bags have knitwear, hand warmers, etc. In 2025, Shauna provided 5,396 outreach bags and valued at about $275,000. So how do we partner with Shauna? Well, we often provide overstock to Shauna. Sometimes we get things that we're not able to share with the families and individuals that use our services. So we then can give them to Shauna, and she's able to share them with the folks that she assists. Shauna accepts everything, but she doesn't accept clothes. So often if she gets clothes, she will then still accept it and will give it to us so that we can use it with our pop-up events. So it's just one of those great programs that we're happy to be a part of. We're happy to contribute to. And again, it's all about neighbors, helping neighbors, and being a part of the wider community to help as many people as possible. We, in turn, also have our own program for unhoused individuals. In 2025, in terms of unhoused and vulnerably housed members of our community, we helped them over 200 times here at the Canada Food Cupboard. A lot of people don't know that we have this population out here in our area of Ottawa. We do, and they need help as well. We provide them different types of hampers. In a lot of cases, it's a lot of quick, easy things that aren't too heavy, smaller cans, individual portioned items. In this is our actual one of our students. This is our co-op student, Grace. Here she is assembling a hamper just a couple of weeks ago. You can see there's mini mitts there. There's some hand warmers. There's instant coffee. There's a can opener. There's some granola bars and snacks, socks, underwear. There's a blanket in there and some other items as well. So this is just one of the examples of what we provide. In terms of the most needed items that we need for our vulnerably housed or unhoused community members, in addition to food, we also need men's toiletries and deodorant. We also need emergency blankets, socks and underwear, hand warmers, and even sleeping bags and tents. So anytime we get any of these things donated, we kind of put them aside and we make them a part of these hampers for these individuals. One thing that we're just starting for our unhoused individuals is an Uber program. So we now have money put aside so that we're able to, they have to come to us. So whether they walk or use public transit, however they get to us, but we now have money put aside so that we can Uber them back to where they need to go. Some might live in different locations. Some might live in their vehicles. But if that's the case, if they don't have transportation to get back to where they need, because they've got quite a load of stuff from their visit here at the Canada Food Cupboard, we provide Ubers for them to be able to get where they need to go. So it's all a part of being part of that bigger community and working together. And we're so proud that we do that here at the Canada Food Cupboard. So again, we're not just emergency food. We value working together for a thriving and resilient Canada community with the help of families and individuals we serve and with the help of our supporters, our volunteers, our donors and partners. And I'd like to extend thanks to everybody at the PBEX for allowing the Canada Food Cupboard to be a part of your group and letting us share our message. And again, as I say every week, don't forget your local food bank. Everybody needs help, especially this time of the year. So thank you.
Wow, Carolee, that's quite a few things you guys do. That's awesome. Are you open 24/7?
No,
That's
we
that-
could be. We could be.
Next-
We get emails all day long and all weekend long, and sometimes it feels like we are, but no, we're a program. We open Monday to Friday, and we're open during the daytime, typical work hours, and then open again in the evenings. But we have a lot of events on the weekend, so there's lots of weekends where we're working as well.
Does anybody have any questions for Carolee? Go ahead, Kat.
So, Carly, that's amazing what you guys are doing. What I was wondering is, not everybody is in a position to donate the physical items. So you were talking about putting money aside for Ubers and stuff. So I'm assuming you must take monetary donations as well. Do you have a link or something that you could share with us that we could then put financial donations into if people are not wanting to donate food or items?
Great question. And yes, we do. We have a link on our website and I can share that. The company that we partner with is Canada Helps, which is a well-known portal online donation program here throughout our country. And we use Canada Helps. So yes, we appreciate monetary donations so that we can buy all those extra items that we need to support the families that need help here in our community.
Amazing. Thank you.
Carolee, are you also looking for volunteers? And if so, what type of volunteers are you looking for if someone has a profile? What's a good fit? I know all hands are good hands, and but are you looking for anything in particular?
Volunteer needs kind of rise and fall. As we head into the summer months, our volunteers need increase because a lot of our regular volunteers are at the cottage or at the lake. So over the summer months, we do need more. As you can imagine, I talked about that growth. So to have 103% growth over the last 5 years, we have more sessions, we have more pickups, we have more deliveries, we have more needs to get items out in the community. So we often need drivers. A lot of our operations are very much morning focused. That's when we do all of the logistics. So it's not always feasible for folks that are still working. But if anyone has time, especially daytime hours in the mornings, please reach out because we definitely we need more help. So all that information is on our website, which is canadafoodcupboard.ca.
Excellent. Thank you, Carolee. Are there any other questions? Perfect. So I'll close this off with a quote for the day, and it comes from Bob Marley. Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than